Hello everyone, today's screencast is on number, one of my favourite topics, number, and it's on sequences and finding the next term. I am absolutely positive that you are going to fly today. This is a series of 3 screencasts. For a start, it might grow. It's very important that we nail this part first, and it's really, really easy before we move on. So please have a great understanding that if you can nail this, if you can do the hard work here, even if it's simple, you really have to apply yourself because we're going to need these skills to pay the bills for the following screencasts. But what is a number sequence? Well, a number sequence is a list of numbers that are linked by a rule. If you work out the rule, you can work out the next numbers in the sequence. In this example, the difference between each number is 6. So the rule for this sequence is to add 6 each time. So if I was to rewrite that one for BBC Bite Size, then you'd have something like 6, 12, 18. You'd have a few more there, but the question would be, well, we're going up in 6s, so what would the next term be if I added 6 to that? It'd be 24. Here's another example for you that I've done for you, and here we go. Here goes a sequence of numbers, and we can see that they're going up by 3 each time. Every single time it moves up by 3. These are called linear sequences, by the way. We do have more difficult sequences, but these are linear ones. And we could very, very simply, and it really is as easy as this, we work out that term-to-term rule and we say, okay, what is the next number? And I'm sure you could actually answer that now. But let's go over some examples. But before we do that, we need to work out what a term is. So here's our list of numbers, and basically, the order that they're written in is the term number. So we can see that the first number is the first term, the second number is the second term. So we're going to need to know this information when we move through the screencasts, because we may be asked, or we will be asked at some point, to find out a term, like let's say the 100th term or the 50th term or whatever. And we need to have those skills to be able to build that knowledge up and eventually work them out. So they're very, very important that we understand what we're doing today. But this is really simple, isn't it? So I would like, I'll do this one and then you guys do the rest, or you guys and girls, sorry. So here we go. We are trying to work out what the term-to-term rule is. And very simply, we look what the pattern is. Okay, what is it going up by each time? We can see there that it's going up by 4. So all we do is we add 4 to 17 to give us 21. And that's it. That's found us the next term. The constant difference, all right, the rule is +4. This is very important for tomorrow's screencast or the next screencast you do and the one after that. But let's bring up a next question. You give this a go. Come back and see if you have got it right. So what's the term-to-term rule? The term-to-term rule on this one is it's going up by 6 each time. So very, very simply, we would add 6 to 30 and that would give us 36. And the last one for you before we move on to the fully automated, you're doing them all, and then we'll go to the quiz, is this one. So pause the video, give these all a go, come back and see if you've got them right. So here we go, everyone. The term-to-term rule on this was a very, very simple +2. So we add 2 to 7 to give us 9 and we're done. All right, guys and girls, over to you now. Pause the video, give all of these a go. Come back and see if you got them right. Little tip at the end. Don't be flustered by the last question. Stick to what you've learnt and apply the rule. So first one, the term-to-term rule here. We are adding 3 each time. So therefore, we're going to end up with 17. On the second one, what are we doing each time? We're adding 6 each time and we end up with 27. And last but not least on this one, what's actually happening here? What's the term-to-term rule? Well, for the first time, we're not going up, we're actually going down. So we're going to subtract 3 from 1 and we're going to end up with -2. Hopefully you got that one right. Some of you might have been a bit nervous, a bit nervous about that, and might have, sort of not really fully committed to it. One thing in maths is we've got to fully commit, and if we get it wrong, the worst thing that's happened is you'll learn from it, which is actually the best thing that's ever going to happen to you as well. The old saying is you do learn from your mistakes. Well, you should learn from your mistakes anyway. So anyway, everyone, it is time for the quiz. Give these all a go. Come back and see if you've got them right. I'm sure you will. We're working with some bigger numbers here, but the rule stays the same. Just follow it through, find the term-to-term rule, add it, or subtract it from the last number. So here we go, everyone. Here is our answers. So we can see that the first one, the term-to-term rule for this one was +20. So I added 20 to it, 180. We had a +4 term-to-term rule, so I added that to 13 to give us 17. And on this one, I had a +30, so I added 30 to 110 to give us 140. Really is nice and easy, isn't it? I love these because you should go away from the screencast saying, yeah, that's really easy. I feel really confident. That's what maths is all about. You feel more confident. Then tomorrow's screencast, it's adding a little bit to it. So what you'll find is that the numbers will be exactly the same, but we'll just change what we're doing. So it'll look very, very similar, but we are going to change up what we're doing. Anyway, if you've done well, you've got a choice. You can either email me on the link below in the description for some digital versions of these revision cards, or you could write your own. There's nothing wrong with writing your own. In fact, I'd highly recommend it. But if you wanted a nice, simple electronic version, then please contact me when they're ready because I'm doing it at the moment at the link below. Until next time, it's been an absolute pleasure helping you with your maths today. I'm sure you feel like you've got a little bit better today.